YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is Real Nathan Daly, and we're here with another update in regards to the Cincinnati Brawl. You guys, 3 suspects arrested, and just that fast, you guys, one of them's already posted bond. Welcome to America. This is a problem I've always had in law enforcement. Suspects who are out on bond for violent crimes, violent offenses, and they commit another crime, and then they're back out on the streets again. This is a recurring, revolving problem. All right, but here's the update. We're gonna hear from their attorneys, how they're expressing the actions of the offenders and how they're justifying it. So let's hear what they have to say.
Appearing before a judge Wednesday morning was Montanez Merriweather, Jermaine Matthews, and Dakira Vernon.
I think we've all seen the video. Extremely violent incident that occurred.
Detective Barnabas Blank with the Cincinnati Police Department. Blank says one of their cameras mounted on a building nearby caught Merriweather and Matthews ambushing a man.
We believe that he coordinated this with Mr. Matthews. He's walked up to him on a video, whispered something to him, and then strategically placed himself behind the victim as the assault began.
Blank says it quickly escalated.
This is like the catalyst that set almost everything else into motion.
It's been described from the Vice President of the United States as like a mob attack, and that just simply isn't what occurred.
That's Matthews' attorney, Brandon Fox.
I have a significant amount of evidence that nobody has seen other than my client and I that paint a very different depiction of what occurred.
Fox says there was another fight before.
Okay, so next we want to talk about Dakira Vernon, okay, and what her involvement was in this and what role she played in it, a complete stranger, but let's hear what they say.
Threw the first punch.
Dakira Vernon is 24 years old and lives with her mother in Evanston. Her record up till now only included traffic tickets. You can see her in the video allegedly with the long curly hair attempting to hit one woman and then allegedly later hitting another woman from behind. That woman eventually gets knocked out.
The woman that was injured and knocked out, she was trying to render aid to another victim.
She was.
At the time.
She was rendering aid to another victim that was on the ground, trying to get him back to his feet. He's actually trying to get his pants back on because they beat his pants off of him. And while she's rendering aid to that gentleman there, that's when Miss Vernon comes up and strikes her in the face. There's for no reason at all.
She is the one who tried to fight the white girl, who pulled the wig off the other girl who was stumping the face of the white guy on the ground, right? And as you remember, he grabbed her leg, she fell back, the white girl's arms came out of nowhere. You just see some white arms come out the side of the screen, and then her wig just gets snatched clean off her scalp, okay? And in that moment, okay, you see this random black girl here, okay? She comes out of nowhere, she gets in a fighting stance, she's swinging, she's throwing her purse, okay? But then later on, here's where she gets herself in a lot of trouble. You're gonna see in this screenshot here, the woman who gets knocked out by the man, okay, the black guy who punched her and knocked her out. What happens is she is trying to break up or try to pull one of the white guys away, the lady in the black dress, the white lady. The lady who got her wig snatched, okay, she punches the white girl, okay? And then you see Vernon jump in now and she punches. She strikes, she throws a punch at the white girl as well. She gets hit 2 times. And in that moment, as she's leaning back, you see the black guy walk up or turn his body, and he sucker punched her in her eye and knocked her flat out. So when it comes to who put their hands on the white woman, those 3 did. Per her injuries, it looked like everybody got a piece of that face. So this is crazy. I would love to know what her reasoning, why she felt compelled to get involved.
34-year-old Montanez Merriweather is from South Cumminsville. He served 7 years in prison for armed robbery and was out on bond for 4 felony gun charges when the fight occurred.
We have Mr. Merriweather.
Whoa. What? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, you guys, and this is the problem with our criminal justice system. The reason why a lot of these suspects are reoffenders is because the time frame between the act of the crime and when a person is actually held accountable or punished, you're talking about almost 2 years, a year to 2 years tops, you guys. So now these people bond out and they're out, they haven't learned the lesson, and they're still out here committing havoc, wreaking havoc in communities. And we wonder where these long rap sheets, there are guys who have multiple offenses, waiting cases, waiting trial, in multiple jurisdictions, multiple states. It's like, oh, well, he has a robbery in California. He has a burglary kidnapping charge in Georgia. But it hasn't gone to court yet. So you really don't have any convictions. And then without any convictions, you can still carry a gun around, right? You guys, the system is so, when they say the system is broken, oh, it's broken. It's flawed. And criminals take advantage of it. Attorneys take advantage of it. This is sick, man. But again, listen to this guy. And when you see him on video, again, the one they're talking about, okay, let me run it back. This guy they're talking about right here, tattoos on his head and all that, he's the one out on probation for an armed robbery charge. This is the one that sucker punched the white guy after the white guy threw the slap. Okay, that's who this guy is. All right, he's the one who ran up from behind him, punched him in the side of the head, chased him down until he fell on the ground and started stomping him. That's this guy. So this whole thing is, he's not even the one that was attacked first. Allegedly, they said that he was spat on. They spat on him or one of the other guys. And I get it. It goes back to what I said. There's nothing wrong with self-defense. There's nothing wrong with punching somebody who's out of line. I get it. I understand it. But there's a thin line between self-defense, retaliation, and extreme excessive use of force. They took it too far. There's no justification for it.
We have Mr. Merriweather coming up behind the victim, striking him in the side of the face from behind.
So you would call this like a surprise?
So this was more kind of like an ambush.
We spoke with Merriweather's cousins after the hearing. They say the prosecution is distorting the facts and their cousin is not a bad guy.
He's a wonderful guy. He did his time, as they said it, but since he did his time, he has changed his life completely. Everything they're trying to point him out to be a thug, that is not him. So.
Yeah. He changed his life completely. I don't see it in the fruits of his labor. I don't. He's not a thug. He did his time, ma'am, not long enough. Maybe not long enough, because it doesn't seem like the fear of consequences setting in, right? And the crazy thing is, she's saying this with a straight face. You know, he's changed his life around and he's a beautiful soul, and Lord knows the church worked on him and everything. I don't know. Ma'am, use a lie. You and the eyelashes.
I got to tell you, I saw him in the video, and he was pretty violent.
He was, but you'll be violent if somebody spit on you as well.
She's like, yeah. Ma'am, he was very violent. I mean, he was. You be violent if someone spit on you. No, I would be angry, and I would give him a 2-piece combo for sure. Okay, I'm about to touch you up. I'm gonna put paws on you if you spit on me. Okay, let's not get it twisted. What I'm not gonna do is try to kick your front teeth in and stomp your skull. Okay, that's what I'm not gonna do. And the moment that you're unable to fight anymore, and I've made my point, I'm gonna step away. It'd be one thing if it was him and him fighting. Okay, that's one. It's another thing when him, them, her, shims, and thems are all gathered together wholesomely, beating the living snot out of him. Like the detective said earlier, they'd beat his pants off of him. Can you imagine? You guys, it was loose change all over the floor. They done beat the change out of your pocket. You know how severe of a whooping that is when someone can beat the change out of your pocket? Do you know what type of beat down you would have to receive for all the loose change? I saw pennies, nickels, and quarters on the floor. You have people running around thinking it's WWE. He's doing the people's elbow. The guy dropped the people's elbow on one of the guys on the ground. You guys, this is not okay, right? And people are trying to justify this. No, this is not okay. Yes, touch him up. Give him a 2-piece and a thigh combo. I'm all for it. But there's a thin line. And this sister right here, she's like, you be violent too if somebody spit on you. Ma'am, I can't take her seriously. They shouldn't have jumped him, right? I mean, I think the reality is it should be one-on-one, period. You know, why everybody felt, even a woman who had nothing to do with nothing, she's coming around and getting involved. I don't agree. I don't agree.
Be violent if somebody called you a racial slur.
And again, here we go with the racial slur thing, right? Whatever happened to sticks and stones, right? We used to say these things all the time as kids, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt you. You know, as black people, listen, I'm not saying, let me say this, all right? If you, and I said this in the previous video, if you offend, disrespect, and assault somebody, God bless you, okay? Whatever that person does in return, that's on you. Keep your hands to yourself. Watch your words. Watch how you talk to people. Don't go touching people's stuff. You don't have a right or an entitlement, okay? And you're not entitled to how a person wants to respond to your disrespect. That's a fact. But here's the thing though, too, right? As black people, we have to do better about allowing these words to trigger violence out of us, okay? Stop allowing words. There's only a few words in the book, okay, in the law book that you're allowed to take as a form of a threat of violence against you, and you're allowed to act accordingly. Being called a racial slur is not one of them, okay? And that doesn't give you the green light to beat the soul out of a person. Now, you can if that's what you want to do. I don't condone that, right? I don't condone that. And if I show up at the scene, I don't care what a person called you. I'm locking you up. Okay, why is his teeth on the ground and his arm is twisted sideways and his leg is broke? Why is that? Oh, he called you the N-word? Okay, all right. I need you to put your hands behind your back. You're going to jail for attempted murder. Over a word, you guys. Over a word. So listen, I'm not telling everybody how to handle how they receive words. Words only have the power that you give them, you guys. Stop allowing people to get you out of character. Okay? This man who she's claiming is her brother or cousin or something, and she's saying that, you know, he just got done doing time. He's going right back because he got called a name. Wow. Could you imagine? Your freedom is dangling on the line because your feelings were hurt. To each their own, you guys. There's no justification. And at the same time, guess what? If that gentleman, one, we know for a fact he slapped somebody, had no business slapping him, he needs to be charged appropriately with battery. He kicked his property, charge him with criminal damage to property. If there's some damage there, charge him. Okay? He slapped him in the face, called him a racial slur, charge him with a hate crime. Okay? You attacked him out of being a racist, that's a hate crime. Charge him. But I guarantee you this, he's not going to do that again, okay? He's not going to do that again. So pick your battles, you guys. That's all I'm going to say. Pick your battles. No justification is. If you think this was justified, put your comments below. Let me hear about it. You can come up on the channel when I do a live stream. You can debate me about it. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Is saying a racial slur justification in beating the living soul out of somebody? I don't know. You tell me. All right. Anyways, you guys, that's the update. Like, comment, share, subscribe with that. Good night. God bless.